You don't have kids, so you don't understand. I don't, and I don't want any either. What do you mean you don't want kids? Everyone wants kids. You're selfish. Actually, Miss Anna, you're selfish. You had your kids because you wanted mini me's. Pretty much any reason to have kids because you want them is selfish. The word want indicates that you're selfish. Come again? Well, whatever, at least I'm a good mom. I never said that you weren't. I just said that the reason you decided to have kids is selfish, just like you're calling me selfish for not wanting them. How is it selfish when no one around me is being hurt? This is simply me just deciding not to be a parent. What does that have to do with you? A stranger that I've only known for 2 days. This is my life, okay? And that is your life. That is something you decided to do. I'm pretty sure I know who I am as a person. You've only known me for 2 days. Please stay in your place. Thank you. Whatever, you're gonna regret this. I can't regret something I don't want. Have a good day.
You're scaring me. I said no.
That actually happens a lot. So people bingo me, right? Just like any other child-free person. And then we have to respond with something, very sarcastic or factual or smartass if you're very irritated and just tired of hearing bingos. So today we're going to go down a list of selfish reasons, because pretty much all reasons are selfish, of why people bring kids here. And we're going to go based off of a Reddit post. So I'm going to read this, so if I'm looking down, that's why. But in the meantime, I want to thank everybody for coming back that's already, been here, and I want to welcome the new people.
Don't ever change for anybody. Don't ever trade your soul. Don't even listen to him. He don't know nothing at all. Try not to get too involved, but really it's breaking my heart how you keep changing for him. Never forget who you are. Butterfly.
So if you guys are liking this video so far, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Let's grow this community and let's get to it. So this is under a child-free hashtag. That is the name of the subreddit. It's child-free. That's it. So this is the first thing that she stated. And basically it says, because they want extensions of themselves. So I think for most people, this reason would be for somebody that's like super entitled and full of themselves, or maybe they just think life is just so great and they're just the center of everything. It would be awesome to have another version of themselves, and most likely those parents become very controlling and they want their kids to be almost exactly like them or somewhat better. It's kind of like the parent has the child just to put them on a pedestal and say, that's me, that's who I am, because they think that a child will fix their marriage. Why would you think that? If your issues are worse and a baby would cause more stress, because this is another life we're talking about. Let's be logical here. Let's stop being stupid and dumb and thinking with our vaginas and our penises and think with our minds, because that's what our brains are for. Why would a baby fix issues that you need to fix? It's like putting a Band-Aid over a gun wound. You don't do that. You're supposed to disinfect that area and try to get the bullet out. And then you go back and stitch and then you bandage. You don't just put a Band-Aid over it. That's going to cause an infection. You have to think about it like that. That's something you guys have to do through counseling, through therapy, through communication. And if things don't work, that's what divorce is for. But no, let me just have a baby, and then not only that, if I wanted to break ends with this person, I can't, because now we have a child together, so I'm basically stuck with this person. And even if we don't end up together in the end and we're divorced, I still have a baby with them, so I'm kind of tied with them. That doesn't make any sense, does it? So why do people think that having a kid will fix an issue that they need to fix? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. Like, the baby isn't just gonna magically make the man or the woman say, you know what? I'm gonna stay with you. I'm going to assist you. In most cases, the man or the woman ends up running away or divorcing immediately or just separating from the person as soon as they found out that a baby's gonna be in the equation. So why do people do this? I don't get it. And then some people play bingo, gamble with the baby, and they have a disabled child. So they try again, to have a more normal child, and not even disabled. Maybe they just don't like this specific kid. So they think maybe if I have a brother or a sister, you know, maybe then I'll have a normal child, at least one normal child, which is so freaking screwed up. Because I'm sure that troubled child or that disabled child didn't ask you to bring them here. Like, no one knew they were going to be disabled, and they can't help the fact that they have issues. But now you're going to have another kid and basically rub the fact that that child's normal in their face. That's disgusting. You have to be a sick bastard to do something like that. That's not a good enough reason to have another baby or have a baby. Let's just say you, I don't know, adopted, or you took someone in and they're just not the child you thought they were. So you're going to have a normal baby to fix that dysfunction in the family. Like, no, get your shit together. Okay? This one makes me kind of angry because they think that they should have the child to fix their life and give their life meaning, like fulfillment. Why do you need to push a baby out of your cooch, or why do you need to become a dad to have fulfillment in life? Why aren't you working on yourself? Why aren't you getting your mental together by going to therapy? Why aren't you going to the gym? Why aren't you meditating? Why aren't you eating good? Why aren't you, hanging out with friends and family and just taking care of yourself? Why do you have to take that huge responsibility and lay it on a child that did not ask to be here? But that's not selfish, right? And then once that child grows up and you realize that they're not really fulfilling your life, you're going to resent them and hate them and give them a hard time. And then you're going to make them into this damaged adult that needs help all the freaking time because you just had so much resentment towards them because they turned out nothing like how you imagined them to be or how you tried to control them to be. These are not puppets. This is a living person you decided to bring here. They have their own thoughts, own values, own fears, own desires. People aren't thinking about that. But let me just bring a kid here to fix it and give me fulfillment. I don't need a child to help me get fulfillment. I don't need a man or a woman or an object I don't need those things. Because at the end of the day, when I die, I'm going to die alone. Those things aren't coming with me. They're not. It doesn't matter what faith you believe in. Those are materialistic things. Except for the baby. It's a person, but you guys get what I'm saying. This is outside of the realm of you. Why are you putting that type of responsibility on a child? And these are the same parents that make their kids into their therapist or their partner, which is absolutely disgusting. Or their friend, which is kind of stupid because you can't be friends with your child. You can be close to your child and have like a friendly relationship, but why are you making them like your bestie? That's your child. That's your baby. Come on, people. Let's get our crap together. Come on. Because they want someone to take care of them when they're old. That's kind of like the last part that I just stated. I don't understand how people complain about, growing old and being lonely. To child-free people, right? But they have kids and they're old and they're lonely. Make it make sense. You don't have an excuse. You have kids. I don't. Or you want kids. I don't. But you're thinking about using your child as life insurance when you get old? That seems a bit lazy to me because you can be doing what you can to, have this money set aside so you can take care of yourself when you're older. Have someone else assist you. Why are you putting that burden on your kids? Like I've stated in my first video that I ever created, I always said that I didn't want my kids. Let's just say in this case scenario, I had kids. I wouldn't want them to take care of me. I would want them to put me in a very nice nursing home, right? Because I want my child, I want my son or my daughter to live their life. I want them to do the things that make them happy. And I want them to be able to come back and tell me, hey, Mom, I did this today. Or I did that today. Or I met this person. Or, blah, 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 blah. That would be awesome. Because not only are they living their life, but I'm on the sidelines watching them do what they love. I'm not in the midst of it all. Hey, wipe my butt. Hey, get these boogers out my nose. Do my hair. Rub my feet. No, what if they want to start a family of their own? Why am I holding them back? Taking care of a person, whether that person's young, old, or an infant, It's not easy. Even if you want to do it, it's not easy. Taking care of another human is hard because you have to put yourself to the side. So there is no seeing about you. There's been many times where I've seen about other people and I forgot about me. And you know what happened when I did that? I got sick. My hair fell out. I lost more weight than my body could handle. I was sick, you guys. Not like a cold sick. I mean, like my body was deteriorating because I wasn't seeing about myself. So in the sense of all of this going on with you, having a kid for all these reasons, you have to be selfish because you have to see about yourself. Why would you, talk so big about taking care of people when you're not seeing about yourself? That's like a homeless man talking about helping another homeless man. How is he going to help him when he doesn't have anything himself? How is he going to do that? That's literally impossible. Unless some type of miracle happens and he just suddenly has money. Now he can help the other man. But he doesn't have anything either. Your kids are not insurance. Your kids are not mini yous. Your kids aren't responsible for your legacy. Like, be real. That brings me to my next one. Your legacy. Now, we're all gonna die one day, right? One day I'm not gonna be here, but my history will be here. But why do I need to have a kid to leave a legacy, right? I don't want to just be known as the mom. I want to be known for the power that I gave women, my encouragement that I gave to men. Me trying to help people understand that they are kings and they are queens and they need to take care of themselves and that they are not peasants and that they are worthy of love. And I tell children and I preach to children that they don't have to go down that path that their parents went. They can be happy. They can do the things they want to do. They can overpower their trauma. They don't have to feed into their trauma. That's what I want to be remembered for. Not because I pushed the baby out my cooch. Or I preach to others to push a baby out of their cooch. Or get a woman pregnant. You'll never find me preaching about that. Because at the end of the day, you're your own person. Moms forget and dads forget that they're their own person. You're not special because you bought a baby here. Everyone does that. And you're talking about a legacy. I don't care about that history. And I know that sounds selfish, but I'm just being honest with you guys. That's what my page is about. Honesty. I don't care. I don't care about legacy. If I'm going to leave a legacy behind, I'm going to leave it under my own name. And even if I did have kids, they're not responsible for that. Oh, they had a good kid. Oh, her kid cured cancer, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's not my legacy. That's the child's legacy. That's how stupid y'all sound sometimes when y'all say that. They're not leaving a legacy for you. They're leaving a legacy for themselves. A legacy is something that withholds your own life. This is a little piece of history you left for yourself. Martin Luther King left a legacy of trying to defeat racism and speak about black equality. I'm sure in the back of his mind he didn't have kids so they could continue this. He knew that they also had dreams of their own. Like, come on, y'all, be real. A legacy? That's not my son or my daughter's responsibility. If anything, they better leave their own damn legacy. I would hope. Don't do anything under my name because you want me to look good, because you want everything to be falling back on me. Do something good under your own name. Be known as someone good. And then I'll be filled in there. That's your mom? Oh, cool. Your mom's Ree, or your daughter's so-and-so, or your son's, so-and-so. Y'all don't think like that. Like, come on. A legacy? Are you very, entitled, and are you that egotistical of yourself? Like, seriously, come on. And then you guys, abandon these kids, or you cause the kids so much freaking chaos in their mind, they end up killing themselves, or they run away, and they don't talk to you anymore because you put this legacy on them that they never asked for. Because at the end of the day, They didn't ask you to bring them here, and they didn't ask to be responsible for your legacy. That is a load of bullshit.
Do people have critical thinking skills? Like, let's explore the logic or lack thereof into this statement. We live on an overpopulated, rapidly disintegrating planet. There aren't enough resources, natural or man-made, to go around. There's severe inequity in the distribution of the resources that we do have. The economy sucks. There's a violence epidemic, and I'm selfish for not wanting to bring kids into this. Another perspective would say it's selfish to bring kids into that world just to bring joy and meaning into your own life. Which, side note, parents, I don't think you're selfish for having kids. Like, people should have the lives that they want to have, truly. But this stuff drives me nuts. Don't tell me that I'm selfish for not wanting to go through all that and put somebody else through that. I'm a pragmatic person. It drives me nuts.
This brings me to my last one, and this one actually pisses me off because this is pretty much tied in with the rest of them that I named before this one, and that's for attention. They want to have kids for attention. Have you noticed in normal, conversations that people have, the first thing or the second thing or just somewhere in between the conversation, when it gets serious, they talk about kids? Do you have kids? Or I have 3 kids, and they just go on and on and on about their kids. Or when they have a wedding, they bring kids. Or they talk about their kids the whole freaking time. Or when certain women are pregnant. They love that, everyone's paying attention to their belly. And people are asking if they already have kids before that baby. And how far do they have to go? And what are they going to name the baby? And they're just so happy. Oh, I'm just going to name her Mary Sue Johnson. Just being super freaking cringy and soaking in this attention. I don't think I would want a baby for attention. I think I would want a baby expecting attention because obviously my freaking stomach is bloated and I have a human inside, but I wouldn't want it because the attention's on me. You know what I mean? Like, I would want them to be more attentive towards my baby. Like the fact that I'm gonna give birth to a awesome person, or at least I would hope they'd be an awesome person. But that just shows how egotistical people are. Because once they realize that the baby is a person, they don't really treat the baby like a person. Because for a long time, for 9 months or longer or less, the attention was on them. So now the baby's here and they're not really paying attention to the mom. They're looking at the baby. Oops, something goes wrong, baby. Something falls apart, baby. They have to go somewhere, baby. It's not about you anymore. When you bring the kid here, it's not about you anymore. You have to keep that in mind. It's only about you in a limited cost. And by limited cost, I mean you're in the equation, but it's not about you. There's this new life here now. Like when people see my mom and me, not looking at her, they're looking at me. I hate to say that in like a very like narcissistic way. I'm saying that I'm my own person. So when they ask me personal questions and stuff like that, they're not asking through my mom. They're asking directly to me. What do you think about this? And what do you think about that? Because it's not about my mom anymore. I've been out of my mom's, womb for 24 years now. You guys don't think about that. I don't think you guys think at all. And some of you guys just have kids just to have them. Well, everybody else is doing it. Okay, well, you're not everybody else. There's only one Reed. Why am I doing what Sarah's doing just because she did it? Why am I jumping off a bridge because Bob did it? Why am I shooting up cocaine or snorting cocaine because Kelsey did it? I'm not going to do that because they're doing it or just because. I'm going to do it because I want to. Or I'm going to not do it because I don't want to. Like, if we just think for ourselves and we move by facts and logic and take the same facts and logic that go in hand with who we are as people and stop being so stupid sometimes, we probably wouldn't have a lot of issues with these parents. Because you can't convince me. This isn't an opinion. This is just facts. Every reason that people want kids is selfish. It's selfish. It literally has, in that sentence of I want kids because, you have want. That is a selfish word. It is. You can't argue with that. Like, I hate when people say it's not selfish, and then they literally go down a list of selfish reasons. Like, do you hear yourself? It's funny now. It used to piss me off. I mean, it still does, but like 10%. But like the other 90%, I just can't help but laugh, because all of the reasons that, you know, child-free people that told me that they didn't want kids, all those reasons, they have nothing to do with them being selfish. Like, these are good reasons. Well, I don't want my child to suffer because I have really bad health issues. I'm like, oh my God, I love you for that. Like, there's a high risk of their baby having the same issues, but worse. Okay, I'll opt out. Oh, I know I would be a bad mom or a bad dad. Props to you. You're not gonna bring a kid here anyways and have them suffer, and then you suffer. Oh, well, I'm kind of infertile and I'm not really gonna try to have kids. Okay, if you're in touch with yourself, that makes sense. Do you? But like, my whole point is, it's selfish. So just be in touch with yourself, you guys. And if you're going to be selfish, see about yourself first, because that's literally what selfish means. In a good sense, it is okay to take care of yourself. That's what you need to do. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't get anything done. It is okay that you put yourself first, because even parents have to do so in order to take care of their kids. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Peace.